tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh, we're at a club.
We're at a club. Can you feel it? Just imagine.
Can't be sleeping. Keep awake.
And this is
There's
how
a
it does
panda
in
in
the
the studio.
And there's a prisoner in the studio.
Who let her in here?
Y'all, who let these two fools in here?
Hey there, Faking It fans. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 6, Ecstasy and Agony, the mid-season finale of Faking It. As you can see, we are in the Halloween mid-season finale.
No, this is episode 6 or 10.
Oh,
balls.
I can't count. They don't teach us math in prison.
Sure don't.
Anyway, shall I get this started? Roy, I'm going to let you introduce yourself just because I'm not really still sure what your costume is other than the panda.
I'm Petey, the sexual harassment panda. Nando, hit that beat.
Oh?
Oh.
Oh my god! Wow, you came prepared.
Panda. So for those who are unaware of the reference, it's from South Park.
Yes.
Okay.
Panda.
I do remember the song.
Yes. When a little panda. Okay, I was just.
And Miss Kylie Hodges, aka Sterling Kate.
Y'all, I'm Sterling Cates for Halloween.
Wow, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
You look really great.
Thank you, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think we could be best friends.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, you look really pretty, really cute.
Thank you. You are just a peach. Because you're
Is that
orange.
really what I sound like? All right. And Cortez is dressed up as a ghost,
Yes.
apparently.
And
Wow,
he's a
He's
ghost.
a really realistic ghost.
He's doing
for
great.
Halloween.
You're killing
Yes.
it, Cortez.
Yeah, he'll be a little more silent tonight.
He's a, what do you call it? Squirk?
Casper?
No.
He's Squirkle. He's the Squirkle ghost. And I'm Piper Chapman, obviously.
Hi. Thank you for getting sabbatical from the prison.
Yeah, I know.
to,
I got a release just for today.
Oh, wow.
Just so I could discuss Faking It with you guys.
Thank you. It's great. It's good
All
to have
right.
you here.
Well, thanks.
Y'all.
So I'm glad we could all be here. Sterling, you're the only one who knows anything about Faking It.
Thank
You've been
you.
on the after
Yes.
show.
Love the show.
Why are you leading, Sterling?
Oh, ooh, okay. Well,
Yeah, get us started.
What?
Let's talk about the art show.
what an episode, y'all. Okay, you want me to legit be Sterling?
Not
'Cause
really.
I'll do this.
I'm kind of terrified. Please don't.
But for real though, if you do want me to start this, I just want to say, first of all, did you guys think that Liam's art piece was romantic or no?
With the karma shadow?
Yeah.
No.
I thought it was romantic. I
creative.
think he had good intentions
Yeah.
with it.
Okay.
But the blogger obviously called that out.
Yeah,
And we'll
she
talk about
ruined
that.
it.
Yeah, she kind of ruined the moment there. Yeah,
London.
so Karma cancels traditional movie night with Amy to have her first date with Liam, and he takes her to this art show that he created the piece that says Karma and the shadow, and it says her name, the whole thing. I thought it was really pretty. Yeah, no?
I thought it was pretty too. It
You
was
didn't, so you didn't think it was...
No, not at all. I was just curious because the blogger lady brought it up, and I was like, oh, she's just pooping all over this.
Yeah, she really was.
Ruin it.
But she's getting artsy about it. She's making it real.
But it was,
She
but it
understands
was, yeah, but it was
Twisted.
pretty much spot on.
It's true. It's true.
But yeah, so Karma says that she tells Liam that he's the best boyfriend ever, so excited. And this was right after her and Amy had a conversation about whether or not they're exclusive, and Karma's kind of jumping the gun about, just kind of assuming that they're exclusive.
Have you guys
Which I
been in
feel
that
like-
situation?
I was gonna say, which I feel like can be a problem a lot of times.
That awkward, are we dating or are we not dating?
Yeah, and like no one wants to ask first.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because you don't want to be the person assuming you're in a relationship and the other person being like, oh yeah, I didn't think that. It was
Oh
like
yeah, we're
comfortable.
not. And you don't want to be rejected and the whole thing. And it's easier to just not talk about it and assume, which I feel like a lot of people do.
But you know what assuming does, right?
Makes an
Makes
ass out of you and me.
Sexual harassment panda.
It really, you should just keep your head down like that.
Yeah,
It
you
looks
look
really
like a better
funny.
panda when your head is down.
It looks very funny.
For people who are
just
just
talk like
listening,
this.
Roya is in a full head to toe panda outfit.
I am.
Are you feeling a little toasty in there? Or?
Not yet.
Okay.
You know, he's
It's
not feeling
about to
toasty.
get steamy.
Okay,
up
well,
in here.
Karma, when Karma says you're the
like I'm
best boyfriend
talking
ever,
something.
he can't. What are you doing?
I'm trying to make it legit.
Oh gosh, this is uncomfortable. That looks
Yeah,
really
that looks
weird.
incredibly inappropriate, guys.
Hold it. Hold on.
No.
I'm not touching that.
All right. Anyways, let's get back into this. You guys.
Yes.
Oh no, I have
Let's
to run
do
the show
this.
around here. Come on, Sterling.
Someone's gotta-
You're really sidetracked today, Sterling.
I'm so sorry. It's that bright orange. It's got me
Yeah.
all distracted.
Yeah. So Liam can't say the word girlfriend. This whole episode, he's just getting grr. Then he calls her his muse. What do you guys think about that?
That's flattering.
That's a big... I feel like being called a muse is like a big responsibility.
Yeah. Well, and also, because it's basically, you know, he is an artist, whatever, and she's an inspiration for his art. But is he, like, does that romantic, though? Like, is this just a phase? You know what I mean? And that's kind of what Amy was saying when she when Karma called Amy to ask her what she thought. She was just like, well, they put him on the pedestal until they're moving on to the next inspiration.
Yeah, I mean, their whole relationship has been like behind the scenes, and we're kind of like, it's forbidden love in a sense. And now that they're out in the open, it's kind of like, okay, what do we do now?
Right.
You're right. Temptation's a lot better one.
It kind of reminded me of Gossip Girl. I don't know if you guys are Gossip Girl
Which-
fans. When Serena dated the artist guy. It's,
Dan. Humphrey?
Not Dan, but like the guy who was an actual artist in the gallery. I can't think of his name right now. But like his dad is now Blair's stepdad. You know that guy? You know
Did you guys ever see the movie Burn After Notice?
Season 2.
Oh, okay, I only made
What?
it through the part of season 2.
Burn After Notice?
Nope.
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right?
Wait.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
When George
Burn
Clooney...
After Reading?
Burn After Reading.
I was like, I've
Wait,
heard
this
of that.
sounds really
It's a movie, Burn After Reading.
Yes, Burn.
Obviously, Roya does not know what she's talking about.
The panda suit is. Can you hear us in that? I just realized that.
Maybe that's why she's spewing nonsense. She's
Giggly,
just completely...
giggly panda over there.
Gigglepuss Roya strikes again.
No, in the movie, there's a part where George Clooney shows his wife. It's a rated R movie, so if you kids are not of age, don't see it. There's a part where he shows his wife his art piece.
Uh-huh.
And if you have not, and that whole scene reminded me of it. I can't tell you what the art piece is because it's very
All
inappropriate.
right, I'm gonna have to look it up.
Do it.
All right. All right. Anyway, so throughout this scene, we have Karma calling Amy, kind of like trying to get advice. So obviously, she's still dependent on her as a best friend, like wants to talk to her about all these things, which Amy might not want to hear. And then we have Liam calling Shane the whole time. It's like, I don't know why I can't say girlfriend. I called her my muse, like blah, blah, blah. And then he kind of talks it out himself, and he realizes that it's because of his fear of commitment, which I get. He's never been a boyfriend before.
He also has had a terrible example of what a relationship should be in his life.
Right.
His family life is so messed up.
Yeah. Well, and they haven't even, this is their first date, and they're already calling boyfriend, girlfriend, which I get their history and all of that stuff.
Well,
but
and they're in high school, though.
I still, that's
That's how
I
it
don't
is.
know,
You
I
date
still-
your boyfriend, girlfriend. At least was when I went to high school.
When I was in high school, this is me, and don't ever take after anything I've done.
I know,
but
you're sweet 16, man.
I would have. I was a crazy teenager. I would have rather had an ambiguous relationship as long as I knew that the guy was still sticking with me than trying to like define the relationship and then risk him not wanting to be with me anymore.
Yeah. I guess what the thing about like that is that the guy always in high school when I was there would ask like, will you be my girlfriend? Like made a big deal about it. It just wasn't ever really assumed, I guess is the difference.
Because,
Yeah, I did a lot of assuming in high school.
Oh, well, I know why then.
Yeah, well, here we are.
I did a lot of this.
Here we are, everybody. Not with a high school sweetheart, that's for sure.
Well, you are in a relationship, so something went right for you.
Oh, I probably just lost like 5 Twitter followers for that, Sterling. No one likes a wifed up lady. Sheesh.
Good thing you're me for Halloween and then completely
All
single.
right, Sterls.
Completely
I'm
single.
Sterls, y'all. Ready to mingle. Tweet me.
So, but then the blogger is there, so we'll get back to that. And she's kind of interpreting the piece, and she's like, oh, there's so much guilt here, and you're stuck in the shadow of something. She kind of lost me when she was explaining it.
Yeah.
But I was like, that sounds about right.
It's because it was artsy.
It was artsy.
Yeah, that stuff
Hashtag
is
artsy.
over my head.
But then when Karma comes over and they're talking about the piece, Liam calls her his wife.
Well, you understood what she was saying to Liam, right? She was saying that he has guilt.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so you
yeah,
about Amy?
Yeah, about Amy.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, I was
that.
listening to you. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, no. So she was saying there's obviously guilt
I'll go
here.
back
That's
to
what I
my-
just said.
That
The panda is not a good listener.
overheated
The panda
in
is
that panda
not a
costume.
good listener.
She's passing out.
Anyways, so he calls Karma his wife, and it's just like, that's kind of really scary. And he was like, oh, well, not now, but maybe down the road, like, blah, blah. You can't even call her a girlfriend, but you're already planning on getting married.
Yeah, that's obvious brain fart that happened there. Because I know, how old is he, 17? No teenage boy wants to
like
use
16,
the word wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know any?
Well, I don't hang out with 16 or 17-year-olds.
But when you were that age, can you think of any of them that were like, man, I'm a wife.
I
that
can't.
girl."
I've heard of it like
my
a pet
wifey.
name.
I've heard
Yeah,
like wifey.
I heard wifey, but he
Different
didn't
than-
He meant
do
it
it
like
in the
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
say
then,
wifey.
so like at the end of this whole storyline, not much is happening still. I feel like we're kind of scraping for things to like talk about.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, they kind of get together, and he's just like, what am I doing? Like, I don't know what's happening. And he obviously does feel so much guilt still for Amy. And but he doesn't reveal that to Karma, unfortunately, even though I guess episode 6 was going to be the one that it all comes out, but it was not. Dang. Still going to eat myself cupcake, though, as my reward.
Yeah, we're all going to eat our feelings.
It's melting like me on the inside.
Yeah. But basically, and Karma said, he tells that to Karma is how he kind of has done things in the past that he really isn't proud of, but doesn't get very specific. And she's like, we've all done things in our past. I say we move on. Let's move slow. Let's be better people, blah, blah, blah. So at the end of this, Liam and Karma seem to be in a really good place, but I don't think that this is going to be the end of it, obviously.
End of...
End of like, there. It's not going to be all gumdrops and rainbows.
Oh,
coming out.
no. Shit's about to hit the fan. Mm-hmm. Did you see
What's
that
that?
mid-season trailer last week? I mean,
I saw
hello.
I saw it.
Yeah. This was like the calm before the storm.
Yeah. I think that kind of how the whole episode was, because it was kind of just setting up a lot of things. All right, let's talk about the underground Clizza.
Yeah.
They had a... Wait, is it legit underground or was it like a code underground? Because they had really high ceilings for an underground.
I think they were outdoors.
I guess like air quotes underground.
Okay.
Like no one knows about it except for everyone there.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like the
And
cool
the
thing
catering
to do.
company.
It's like the cool thing to do. So Shane comes and scares Lauren and Amy, who are watching a movie together since Carmen bailed on movie night. And so Shane comes to get Amy. He's like, let's have a fun night out, blah, blah, blah. They feel bad for Lauren on the couch. I felt bad for her too.
I was like, that's rude. They didn't even mention it to her.
Well, I honestly didn't even think about it.
I didn't think
until
about it either because she's
everybody-
so salty all the time. And like, yeah, I feel bad for her as a person, but it wouldn't have occurred to me to be like, oh, sister who loves to hate on me, do you want to hang out with me and
Whoa.
ruin my fun time? It's true. Like, they bicker,
Where
like,
did your family teach you to be nice to other people?
no, I'm saying I would have felt bad for her, but because they're not like BFFs, it wouldn't have occurred to me to like invite her just because, like how she reacted.
Listen,
She would have been like, no.
if you two were sitting on a couch and I'm like, hey Sterling, you want to go see a movie right now?
Well,
Let's go.
here's the thing. Shane
Not with
came-
you in that outfit.
Shane came and invited her.
Right, I'm right now coming to invite you. Oh, but you happen to be sitting next to you.
Yeah, but I'm not a bitchy stepsister.
That's true.
Put that panda in her place.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
Either
I'm
way.
like, it's the nice thing to do, but it wouldn't have been my very first instinct. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's all I got.
I feel ya.
Thank you.
We're all entitled to
You guys
our
are
opinions,
haters. You guys are
Panda.
haters.
I got it.
Anyway, so they do invite Lauren, and she doesn't want to go, but then she does want to go because she has shoes to. Do you think she only wanted to go because she has shoes to break in? I think she
No.
really just wants to fit in. And
She made
Have
that line
friends.
about being grinded up on by people, by guys, and then she's like, wait, maybe that'll help me get on my funk with
Yeah.
Theo.
oh, gotcha. Mm-hmm.
She's looking for some
And then an excuse to
attention.
say the shoes to the couple.
Gotcha. So they go, and the cater waiter is there. The waitress, as Panda
waitress.
calls her.
Reagan.
Reagan.
The waitress.
She's so
So
cute.
she is a gal of many trades. She is a cater waiter.
Yeah.
She is a DJ.
Cater waiter.
I love saying cater waiter because she said it, and it also reminded me of Gossip Girl. I've been on a little binge. Because Dan was a cater waiter. Okay, anyways. I don't know. I've been watching an embarrassing amount of Gossip Girl
It's
recently.
okay. That's the only way to watch that show.
Yeah, you gotta just Netflix it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Fifth Harmony is there. That's exciting. Right?
They killed it. Covered New Kids on the Block.
Got a
It was
bunch of
good-
hits.
Question.
It makes me sick.
Good try, yeah. Close enough.
Question.
Yes. Wait, Sterls, you can answer
Oh,
this. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
So this might get me hated on by the viewers.
Oh.
Did anyone think they were just really random and not very important to have in the show?
Fifth Harmony would bring a lot of viewers because they have a huge following.
Right.
And B, it is MTV, so they do try and incorporate like music, like more than just background music into their show.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's probably the
So-
main reason.
Are they implying that Fifth Harmony and Ecstasy go together?
No, girl.
I mean, I think
It's an
that's
underground
my
party
case.
that's popping.
Yeah, I think this was just the most like relevant place to put them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like where else would they go? Like Hester High, or maybe like a prom.
So were
or
there
something.
security in the area?
Roya's really momming it up right now. You're really being a wet blanket on this dance party. You're ruining my high.
But we did find at the skipping to the end of the thing, we do find out that Reagan is 19.
Yeah.
Damn.
An
And-
older woman.
Yeah. So how old are they in the show?
15, 16.
Okay.
Amy's still 15, right?
Well, we don't know if she's older than
Karma-
Karma or if
oh.
she's younger, but Karma
Gotcha.
just turned 16.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Amy
that's
could
good
be
to know.
17, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, if she's 15, damn, Reagan is really
It's
interesting.
called not legal.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, jailbait.
She just
Ooh,
yeah.
making me a little uncomfortable.
Well, maybe that's another topic we'll talk about.
Good thing
later.
Reagan looks like she's 14.
I'm
got
gonna look
that
up
young
the
face.
legal age in Texas.
So weird.
We've
But
got
anyways, Shane tries to give Amy a dancing pill, as he called pill. God, I'm being Sterling. I'm
Sterling.
jealous of your character.
You're being like me.
Yeah. Anyways, he tries to give her a dancing pill, which is ecstasy, and he's holding it out in his hand, you know, just up for grabs. And Lauren takes it thinking it's headache medicine or Tylenol of sorts.
That's
was she in
terrible
for a
time.
surprise.
Terrible time to assume. That literally made an ass out of you and me.
Yeah, well, but for the
that our
first time,
theme
she
for
looks
this
like
episode?
yeah, yeah. But for the first time, she actually like has some fun, loosens up, lets her hair down, or up rather. She puts it up.
Yeah, I mean, she was fun.
Yeah, she was hitting exactly what they do.
She should have
she's
like had someone
thirsty and-
record her, so when she's sober, she's like, "Oh, this is what I should be like."
Yeah, without
In order to have
ecstasy.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny when Amy was like, well, Panda's just eating cupcakes left and right over here. But when Amy was like, well, Lauren's my friend when she's on ecstasy, so maybe she'll do some more, encourage her to do more drugs in the future.
Can we talk about Theo, or is it too soon?
Yeah, so Lauren eventually, she overhears Amy and Shane talking about how she's on ecstasy, and she's like, I'm on what? And that kind of like sends her into dramatic
Major
spiral.
drama.
Yeah, so she goes in the closet, is just
a panic
freaking
attack,
out, like
yeah.
feeling everything because her sensations are just like on an all-time high. And she's just freaking out, blah, blah, blah. We'll get, so Theo calls her, what?
That's legit. Like when you're on ecstasy, that's what you do. You feel everything. You talk super fast,
Yeah.
and you're just all about. And like if one thing turns and makes you panic, you are stuck.
Then you're all about it. They
Yeah.
can't get out of it. And that's when Shane was
Spooky.
like, just think about how you were 5 minutes ago. Let's get back to that place, blah, blah. But she never does. But when Theo calls, that kind of, I feel like kind of distracts her a little bit. And she goes off on a whole nother rant about the whole Theo thing. That was one of the longest and quickest monologues I've ever heard in my life. Good thing we had subtitles because I wouldn't have,
Yeah.
I was reading it.
I'm 95% positive my friends drugged me. I thought you liked me, but you weren't calling me.
What would be the 5%?
That's side of doubt. The ecstasy side of doubt. There's gotta be
little
another
voice in your
side, you
head.
know? Yeah.
But then Theo comes. He's like, where are you? He's concerned. He comes. And she's just like, I know you like me and I like you. How could you kiss me like that? And and that's the gist of it. And he was like, well, I really do like you a lot. and then she cuts him off, and we don't know why.
Oh, that killed me.
I know. So this episode, we really didn't like find out a lot. Like,
No,
you know what I mean? Like, nothing's
teased a lot.
revealed. A lot of teasing.
Yeah, I mean, we learned Theo really does like her,
Yeah.
but we don't know what he's holding
But
back.
like, does he really like her romantically, or does he like really like her as a friend?
I really think he's gay. And
You think
he's-
so?
Yeah, I feel like he's gay. He's not out yet. Like the last episode with the really like obsession over Duke being masculine and you know, wrestling being a masculine thing. I feel like that was him trying to compensate for something he feels like he's lacking, to mask people thinking he's gay. And I just think he was about to like tell Lauren, like, I do like you, but I think I like you as a friend because I'm into Shane or something like that.
Well, he did protect Shane at the bar. Like, he was right there to punch him when those gay comments came up.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just trying to protect. I don't know.
That's true. And like, the other thing about this episode is that the first time we see Theo is when he calls Lauren. So it's kind of like we didn't get any other teasing for like what
where
it
he
could
was.
be. Yeah, like what he was doing instead. But he did call. She did make a whole thing about him calling her on a Friday night. And she said that he thought she would just get voicemail, blah blah. But do you think he actually called to really talk? Maybe that's when he was going to confront her about what was happening
Maybe, because why would he just randomly call her?
on a Friday night. Yeah,
It's not like they had plans. Although she had been sitting by the phone, assuming he would call her.
Assuming. There we go.
Gosh,
There you go.
Don't do it, guys. Don't assume.
ASSUM.
And then after the second call, this is the second call Karma makes to Amy about the wife comment. Amy's kind of like, you know what? I've had it. I'm at this really great party. I kind of reached my limit with you talking to me about Liam. Like, I thought I could handle it, but I can't. And so she hangs up and goes up to the DJ booth and gets a little party on with Ray.
So cute.
Waitress.
I loved that.
Yeah, that was a super cute little scene.
I tweeted this, but I was like, how funny would it be if there was like a spin-off show? Reagan gets her own show and like Amy runs away from home with her and they start like a traveling DJ duo company, and Shane joins them and he's like their party warmer-upper.
What if?
That'd be Three's Company. you know?
MTV, are you listening
Yeah,
to
I'm
this
pitching
pitch?
real concepts here, people. Come on, MTV, call me.
It sounds like a hit.
Yeah,
it
thank
really
you.
does.
Thank
Good job,
you.
Sterling.
It
Comment on this YouTube
Sterling,
video.
you
if
are
think-
so smart.
Y'all.
It's so pretty.
Y'all,
It
thank
just
you.
amazes me.
Thank you.
You really do. So they're together and they're really hitting it off, and they are going to go on a date. So that's exciting. Can't wait to see how that flourishes.
I think Reagan would be good for Amy too, because she's also got that like quick wit, but she's smart. Like she's definitely like, she takes everything in around her, and Amy's kind of the same way.
Yeah.
She's not so.
I think
she's not so
I think-
karma. You know?
I think Amy is attracted to those strong personalities,
Yes.
and I think that's exactly what Reagan has too. And she's
Yeah.
obviously confident, and you know,
She's 19.
and she's
Yeah,
19. She's
older
an
woman.
older woman.
A cougar. It's not that far.
But so, and meanwhile, throughout this whole episode, Duke is sending Shane a bunch of nudie pics, but he still doesn't want other people to know that he's gay. But is
Kids.
leading Shane on with pictures of his abs and of his lower abs.
He is being smart by not putting his face in the photo.
He did.
Let's
one
make this
time,
a
though.
PS. He did?
Yeah, remember? It
No, was it the one with the blur?
You could definitely see his face in one of them.
But you can question it, so I think he's safe on that note.
I'm going to get real preachy for a second. If you're going to
was
send
he?
nudie pics, keep your face out of it.
His face was in. I remember seeing his face once. I think. You guys, if his face was in there,
Yeah, let us know.
I think it was, because I remember
Not
being like, "Wow, I
smart.
can't remember. I can't believe he put his face in there."
Yeah, if you're trying to stay in the closet,
Not a good look.
no.
Or just in general, just don't put your face.
Yeah, or in general, don't
Yeah.
send nudes, guys.
Oh, no. I mean,
Yeah.
you can keep sending news, just don't put your face in it.
Panda,
Sexual harassment panda over here
Yeah.
in full force.
Seriously,
Wow.
I'm not supposed to. Never mind.
But before they went to the club, when they were at Amy and Lauren's house, Shane said, "I just want to go out with my friends. Like, I'm not looking for just some hookup tonight." Do you think he meant that, or do you think he was actually trying to find a distraction
I think if he brought Ecstasy to an underground dance.
He didn't bring it. He bought it. Or he got it at the party.
Okay. If he obtained Ecstasy and went to an underground dance party, don't think he was looking for a relationship. That's something you do.
But he gave it to Amy.
When you're... Damn it.
I'm sorry.
I just think if you are going to that kind of a club in that environment, like, you don't go out looking for love. I mean, people do meet at bars and stuff, but, like, it's a hookup environment.
Yeah. Well, I don't think don't believe that he just wanted to go out with Amy. You know what I mean? Because they are friends. Like,
he just wanted to go out.
Yeah, I just think he might have just wanted to go out with Amy and have a good time. Like, I don't think he was necessarily looking for a hookup.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know.
I just think because Shane seems so promiscuous.
That he
although
could be.
he is getting kind of relationship-y sounding with Duke, which is
You guys, he sent Duke a text message in the very beginning of the episode saying, "Come out with me tonight."
Oh, but he said
so.
no.
But that doesn't solidify whether he wanted to go out specifically with Duke or if he just wanted to go out.
But he wanted to bring Amy so that it wasn't like a date, and that if Duke came, it'd be like the three
because
of them.
then he's like later he's like, "Oh, I wish someone would come in and whisk me off my feet." And then
but do you think he would have brought Amy if Duke came?
Yes.
Do you think he was planning on inviting Amy even though Duke declined his offer to go out?
Yes, because maybe he was hoping Duke would appear to suddenly be like, "Whoosh, I'm here." I swear there's points, and then when he got the text message, "I'm up," that text message, he was a little sad and he's like, "I'm coming over." So he had to go to him. He never came to him.
I was thinking that he was disappointed at the end because he wasn't just looking for a hookup. Like, I thought he was like wanting to have a relationship, like
with
someone
Duke?
he can be out with. Yeah. But then I thought he was disappointed because he's still having to like hide everything, and it's just another hookup, and it's not like a real relationship. That's why I thought he was disappointed, but I don't know.
I don't know
Obviously.
either. You lost. You didn't lose me. I'm stumped.
Yes, I'm torn with what you just said because I mean, with the text message in the beginning, he was looking for Duke to come out with him. He wants to go out with him.
Yeah,
but
he
I
wants
was
to be public and have like a real relationship with someone that he can be open about.
He's now the Liam and Amy. I mean, Liam and Karma. Sorry, with the hidden.
Oh, the tables have turned.
Dun dun dun.
Interesting. I just kind of saw it as like he wanted to go on a date but not make it seem so datey. Because like if
with
you go
Amy,
to a club,
by bringing Amy.
No, just with Duke. Because I feel like if you take someone to a club, like that's not really a date.
Yeah,
but it could definitely be like
because you can't really talk there. It's not like a get to know you environment.
But it's a sexy environment, you know.
It's dark.
That's
Even though
exactly.
in this one it wasn't very dark, but it would have been dark.
Accessible drugs and
obviously
a wonderful catering service and DJ,
yep.
catering.
Thank you,
DJ.
Reagan. Thank you, Reagan.
That DJ spot was a little scary to be up there. How did she get the equipment up, going up the ladder?
That's a lot. It's a lot of heavy lifting
I'm
for
sorry,
a 19-year-old.
scared.
The panda's very concerned with the backstory, the logistics. Logistical panda is what she should
out,
be.
man. I'm just
it's valid. These are all valid thoughts. I hope that it's up to fire code.
Yeah.
I hope they
All
have.
right. On that note, should we get into predictions?
Yes. Woo!
All right.
Hey,
And now,
I got flipped
your
off by a
AfterBuzz
panda.
TV predictions.
Good Lord. All right. I'm Sterling. I'm going to pick who gets to do their prediction first. Prisoners go first.
I don't know if I should be offended by this costume or not.
I don't know how else to be Sterling because I got the blonde hair down. I don't know how else to be you except totally blow your accent way out of proportion.
I'm gonna hold on. I gotta think about this for a second. I really want to predict something on Theo, but I feel like I can't change my prediction from last week about maybe the intersex thing. Maybe he has another relationship type thing. I don't know, but I can't change it because nothing with him happened other than him almost saying something. So I feel like there aren't further developments on that front. What do we want to predict about? I guess, I mean, we know that the secret about Liam and Amy is going to come out at some point.
Next episode.
You think next episode now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we ended on a high note kind of with everyone.
That's
like
why.
Amy and Reagan are good. Liam and Karma are good. Yeah. The only people who's not
Amy
good
and
is
Karma are pretty good too.
Yeah.
Amy and Karma are good with the phone call. Yeah. They're on a good note.
The calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. stole my line.
The only thing that's not really on
Right from the
a
mouth.
the only thing that's not really on a high note is, I guess, Shane with his situation with Duke.
But
and-
Duke comes out for dinner. They're all there for a dinner.
For the group hang.
Yeah.
Never heard it called that before.
Was Theo in the group hang?
Yeah,
Did we
with
see?
Lauren.
Yeah, so it was, it was like all the
okay.
couples, so it was very obvious that Duke was there with Shane.
I predict the last 5 minutes is when something big is going to happen.
Of course.
It's going to be the last 5 minutes.
Thank you for
Now
that,
I'm
Panda.
wondering-
Prediction Panda.
This is Panda, you guys. Jack of all
Panda,
trades.
Panda many hats.
Now I'm starting to wonder if Theo really is gay, because we did see him in the scene for next week where he's on the group hang. Unless Lauren invited him and he thought it really was like
a group
a big
hang?
group thing hanging out, and then it just turned into a giant group date, and he was like, "Oh, this is awkward."
Do you think what he's hiding has anything to do with his dad? Because I'm still like confused about that story.
His whole backstory is very in the dark right
Yeah,
now.
maybe that's what it is. Something with his background. Or
So,
his-
so let's lay this out right now. So you think next episode we're going to find out more about Theo?
well,
Stop
I
staring
hope
at my
so,
outfit.
because this episode we didn't learn anything.
Yeah, it's because a lot of stuff is going to have to happen next week. I think we will find out about, I think Karma will find out that Amy slept with Liam before we find out Theo's secret.
I don't think Karma's going to find out about Liam and Amy next episode. I think it might be the one after that. I think Liam's going to tell her. Remember in that preview, he was like, I slept with someone else, but didn't say what it was. And I think Karma's going to spend the episode trying to figure out who it is. And then she might not figure out.
But I think that's going to happen at this
You
next
think
episode.
at, like, the end of
because
next
they're going to go back to
episode?
her place and they're going to sit on the bed. Because I feel like he was wearing that same shirt
Yeah.
in the preview as he was in that
So
next season preview.
So next
I could
episode.
be really wrong.
All right, let's see.
Wow, it's a
All
lot.
right, Panda, where can we find you on social
Well,
media?
don't forget about iTunes.
Oh yeah, go for it.
go for
tell
it.
them about it, Panda.
Tell the people.
Hey guys, you should really check our No, what am I doing? You should check our iTunes. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing. Our iTunes are rated as 5 stars. I'm not even looking at the camera. I can't even see it. You guys do it.
But Rita, what?
Go on iTunes, rate us and review us and tell us what you think. 5 stars, please. And also continue to tweet us. We love you guys so much.
Yes.
Tell
Comment
us
on
about your
YouTube.
social media. We have a winner from the from an AfterBuzz contest. So you guys
Really?
say your social media and
Okay.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Cool.
I just don't-
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Kylie Hodges.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Hey Roya. That's HeyRoya. And also, while you're looking it up, next week we will have a special guest. I know we said it this week that it was going to be Michael, but he's going to be another time. We have Bailey coming in.
Woo woo! Can't wait.
So.
And we just want to take a quick moment to thank and congratulate at Annabelle Cho 1212, who won an AfterBuzz TV Twitter contest.
Yay,
Woo!
Annabelle!
Thanks for being a fan of AfterBuzz and watching our show, and congrats on winning.
Yay!
All right, keep tweeting us, guys. Go on iTunes, rate, review us. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Sterling Cates. And you guys can find out where to find Cortez next week. Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.